Hey, welcome to the Be More Happy Show, the podcast that's all about boosting your happiness and helping you navigate life challenges. I'm your host, Morris Mo Shasso, and I'm so excited that we're here. This is the 6th episode of the 6th season. I hope you guys are enjoying this season. This season, I felt really compelled to put this out because I think so many people lack self-awareness, and I think through learning your triggers and how to manage those triggers can help anyone to become more self-aware if you just do the work, pay attention, and do the thing, and truly make an impact. It's something I appreciate is the ripple effect that happens from little changes in anyone and everything. Like throwing a pebble into the lake, we think that it doesn't have any effect, but that ripple effect that it creates, it just goes out. The same thing with people. I was talking to one of my friends the other day on a podcast that we recorded together. So for me, the way I look at it, by me becoming more self-aware and learning myself, imagine you changing your perspective, you healing parts of you that hurt you, right? So you're going to become better, you're going to respond better, do better. And in turn, the people you interact with, the people you talk to, the people you get close with will experience that change from you. And then they gonna grow and change, just transform, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it, but it's through you. And yes, so that ripple effect, it not only affects you, it affects lineages of people because from your healing, you're breaking a generational curse and you're doing better for your kids. And then they're gonna do better for their kids. And it's just gonna get better and better and better. And I'm realizing that as I'm 40, 45 years old now, I see the effects, like a lot of times people will call these people soft snowflakes and all this and that, whatever. But whenever you really think about it, it's just these people just being more in tune and being more aware of their feelings and their emotions. I just wish that people accepted it and realized that it's okay to talk about your feelings and your emotions. It's okay. I think love is probably the most important word in the dictionary because if we learn to love ourselves, we can learn to love other people. And the more we love other people, the happier that we truly are because we're not jealous, we're not mad, we're not bitter, we're not frustrated, we're not angry, we're just love. And love is such a peaceful and loving feeling. Yeah. So this episode, the abandonment trigger, healing what got left behind. Abandonment is a hard wound to truly name sometimes because we don't know, we don't really realize that that's what it's from. The abandonment wound shows up in subtle little ways. I'm gonna share 4 of them with you. One of them is being emotionally ignored, having to be strong before you were ready, feeling like your needs were inconvenience, being physically present but emotionally invisible. The abandonment wound says, I'm afraid people will leave me once they really see me. I must perform to be loved. If I depend on anyone, I'll be let down again. This isn't just fear, this is an imprint. So I want to share a story about Jordan. Jordan had been ghosted in more than one relationship, but even before that, their childhood was filled with uncertainty. A parent who left, another one who was emotionally unavailable. So in adult life, they felt panic when someone took too long to text back. They clung too tightly or pushed people away first because the story became they'll leave. So let me control the exit. But that wasn't the present speaking. It was the past echoing again. But so many times I've been in relationships with friends and realizing I myself deal with abandonment issues, thinking that people are gonna let me down all the time. And it's wild because since I was a little boy, I've had friends and every single one has let me down before. Every single one. And something I realized is that expectations that we set for other people, we can't do that. It's not right to do that because nobody's like us. Nobody's gonna do what we think to do. Nobody's gonna replicate us. There's no way. It's humanly impossible because every single one of us is different, rare. Because sure, we have so many similarities. We're a lot alike, but in a general sense, is our perception of the way we see things, the way we feel about certain things is different. And not one single person gonna think the same exact thoughts, and it may be similar, but it will not ever be the exact same thoughts. And I think that's what makes us so unique and so special. Bob Proctor once said, the only limits in our lives are those we impose on ourselves. Abandonment teaches us to limit our expectations, to expect disappointment, to assume loss. But healing means rewriting that limit. It means believing this time can be different, and it can. The abandonment issue doesn't just live in loneliness, it shows up in constant people pleasing, settling for less to avoid being alone, staying silent to avoid rocking the boat, leaving relationships prematurely so you're not the one left. This wound tells you it's safer to be alone than being hurt. But the truth is, being authentic, even if it means standing alone for a season, is the foundation of real connection. So here I want to share the reset practice for reparenting the abandonment self. And I hope this helps you because I know it's helping me as I'm growing through this process myself. So I fully believe that it would help you too. I mean, not everyone responds the same way, and that's okay, but I hope it helps you because it's helping me. So number one, acknowledge the trigger. I'm feeling abandoned. This feeling is familiar. Like start noticing those patterns and what it does to you, what you feel like. Number two, speak to your inner child. Place your hand on your heart or your belly and say, you're not alone anymore. I've got you now. By telling yourself that I got you, you support it. The version of who you are right now is the person guiding that child. So imagine all that. It's almost like saying you're going back. Man, I wish I could go back to whenever I was 6 and know what I know now. You basically create that and that person that you are now and showing your younger self what it's really like and what it should be like. It's powerful. Number three, act with intention. Reach out, take a walk, do one thing that shows that you're not waiting to be chosen. You're choosing yourself. Look, nobody's going to have you like you got you. Nobody's going to love you like you love yourself. Sure, like your mama going to love you, your daddy, whoever, your relationship, your partner, your spouse. But the true love is self-love. It's the best love, in my opinion. Maxwell Maltz said, you make mistakes, mistakes don't make you. Sometimes abandonment teaches us to abandon ourselves first, to stay in situations where we disappear just to feel wanted. But your worth isn't tied to who stays, it's tied to who you are, regardless. That's so powerful because sometimes we feel so dependent on people, like we need people to get by. We need people to make us feel good. We need people to make us feel validated. Look, and I understand that because in actuality, we do, but it's because we love people and we need people. But you have to be okay with being by yourself, with yourself, because truly, you're the only one. You're the only one. You're the only one. So let's reframe the story. Instead of they left, so I must not be worth staying for, try them leaving isn't proof of my lack. It's proof of their limitation. Instead of I'll never be chosen, try I choose me. And from that place, I create space for those who truly see me. Instead of I have to earn love, try love is not a transaction. It's a reflection of alignment. Ooh, boy, that's so powerful. Love is a reflection of alignment. Oh my God. That is so real. So real. It's joining together, like a marriage, that's complete alignment because you and her, him is united with love. You were never meant to shrink for connection. You were never meant to beg for presence. And you were never meant to believe love equals abandonment. You're allowed to heal. You're allowed to rewrite. You're allowed to come home to the version of you who finally feels safe. Next episode is a big one. We're bringing everything together, learning how to turn triggers into tools to respond with purpose instead of reacting with pain. Until then, stand tall, keep your head up, and always be more happy.